In this video for Caravan Guard, we're going to look at how important the breakaway cable is. We're going to look at the different types of breakaway cable that are available to you, and also the different ways that those cables can be properly attached. Hi, I'm Tim Booth and I work as a safety and security advisor to the caravan leisure industry. I also work with the towing group, which is a group which comes together with the Department of Transport, Highways England, the DVSA, Driver Vehicle Standards Agency, and the National Caravan Council. And we're all working together to try and improve your safety when you're out on the road. This is the version of a breakaway cable that you will now find on your caravan produced after 2018. Because there's been so much confusion about how to fit, where to fit, the industry in the UK has decided that the only option you'll have will be this type of connector. And this is a carabiner with, as you can see, a closure when the actual carabiner fits to your vehicle, or if it won't fit to the vehicle, when it closes around the actual breakaway cable itself. The older type of cable was a spring clip where it just pops back to itself. Now that cannot be connected to a fixed mounting point. This must always fit back onto the cable. So basically that process, so that it then pulls itself tight against the cable, not against the structure of the tow bar assembly or the ball. A breakaway cable is actually designed to snap when it's used. The operation is it will pull on the handbrake, the cable snaps, it brings your trailer or caravan to a standstill, it leaves it in a safe position so that it doesn't then cross the road into another carriageway or even leave the road and go into a field or property nearby. But the carabiner is very different from the spring clip, so it can be used in a couple of ways. The most important way to use it and to get really secure to the vehicle is to attach that carabiner to a mounting point that you should find on the tow bar of a vehicle, particularly a new vehicle. You might even find it's hidden underneath the bumper bar assembly, and that might need to be trimmed slightly so that you can hook it onto that point. If there is no point, then your only option is to secure the cable around the tow ball and then clip the carabiner back over the cable. That then is an acceptable means of securing your trailer to your tow vehicle. Whenever you have a trailer with a braking system fitted, you'll find that there is a breakaway cable fitted. In the old days, a 750 kilogram trailer didn't need a breakaway cable. You will now find some 750 kilogram trailers do have braking systems and a breakaway cable. So if a braking system's fitted to the trailer, you must then fit the breakaway cable. If there is no breakaway cable, then it is sufficient to fit the cable or chain that is supplied by the manufacturer of the trailer. When you're actually hitching your trailer up, it's important that you don't lose control of that trailer. So if you connect your breakaway cable to the towing vehicle before you start the connecting manoeuvre, you're unlikely that the trailer will escape from you. If you want further information and images of how to do that, then the new towing guide issued by the caravan industry goes through a sequence of pictures as how you can best make that connection. Of course, if you're on a slope, it's essential that you make that connection, because if you release the handbrake, then the caravan will quickly roll away and will be out of control and may be a danger to other road users. Best practice when you're fitting your breakaway cable is to make sure that not only is it fitted to the designated mounting point or around the framework of the tow bar, but also that it is in as straight a line as possible. In a straight line, the breakaway cable works most effectively. So let's have a look now at how the breakaway cable is actually attached to the A-frame and what it actually does. Looking underneath your caravan, you'll find that there is a guide which the cable should pass through. We do find sometimes that when a caravan's been serviced or the cable replaced, that the cable is outside of this guide, which means it won't always pull then in a straight line. So make sure it is through the guide. So the cable passes from that guide to the bottom of the handbrake cable. When that breakaway cable is pulled, the brakes are applied. The breakaway cable is an important part of the braking system of your Caravan. Therefore, it's essential that it is properly maintained. Before you go out on a trip, check the cable. Be careful, because any damage to the plastic outer coating may expose the wire. That wire will be very sharp and could cause you quite a nasty injury. Check the connection at the end where the actual carabiner, or in the case of a spring clip, is connected. If there are any loose wires here, you need to replace the cable. And when you replace the cable, make sure it is as similar as possible to the original one. Look for the thickness of the cable and the protective coating. You're more likely to then get a quality product which will properly do the job of braking the trailer if that needs to be done. First tow ball assembly we've got here is actually a detachable unit. With this detachable unit, you can see that there was what appears to be a mounting point here underneath where the electrics would connect. That point is not a mounting point that you can connect to. In this situation, the only connection you can make is by wrapping around the tow ball, and that gives you your fixing then for the breakaway cable. So again, the spring clip cannot go on here. The spring clip will pass around the detachable ball unit, it will pass through the clip, and your cable is secured. On this particular design of tow ball, it's a bolted tow ball assembly, but there is no mounting point. So again, with the carabiner, we pass through underneath, we come around, and we clip, so that now we're fastened to the bar assembly and returning to the chassis of the car. It may seem quicker and perhaps easier to just pass around the ball and hitch on for that sort of a connection. The problem there is that if there was a detachment and the hitch came off, the likelihood is the cable would do the same. So passing behind means you are anchored to the tow vehicle. With the spring clip, we again pass through the assembly, it comes round and it secures round the assembly, so the attachment is to the chassis of the vehicle round the tow bar assembly itself. On a similar design of tow ball, you may find to the side that there is an attachment on the tow bar itself. If that is the case, then the carabiner can be hooked to that attachment to get your secure fixing. However, in the case of the fixing being there and a non-carabiner, so a spring clip, you cannot fasten that there. So thank you for watching this video that's been produced by Caravan Guard. Hopefully it will help you to use and fit your breakaway cable properly. For further advice, you may wish to look at the towing guide that's been produced by the caravan industry. There you will find pictures of the various items you can use and how to make sure that the cable is properly secured to your tow vehicle. Thank you very much for watching.